Hi traders, we'll take a good look at the markets first, especially the main charts, then we'll delve into one or two of the charts and look at some of the setups today. Dollar index, this is a decent move up here. Look at this 8 and 20 cross. Non-farm payrolls tomorrow. Had some good data coming through over the last couple of weeks. If this non-farm payroll is as expected or slightly better, I think we'll see this dollar getting bought. So we've got a CBO here to the upside, double or triple bottom here with a hammer down here. This CBO I think will stick. We've had a couple of tests of the 50 MA before and sold off. This one I believe could stick. If so, the implications for gold and so on. Let's have a look at this safe haven here. 10-year treasury notes, a little pullback here. They're getting bought at the moment, so this is not good news. Safe haven like the bonds are getting bought, and that's bad news for the risk appetite in the markets. This is the Dow futures market, and we've had another retest of this major resistance on the 50 MA and the 200, and we've sold off. We've got an hour and 15 minutes until the close. You'll need to check your charts to see how this closed. And we're holding this support, and we've got this resistance above us. So 8 and 20 is trying to cross. Now, what's likely to happen tomorrow? Well, this to me is a rejection of 11,700. It's called a tweezer top. You get two prongs like that, two topping tails. To me, that's a significant rejection of that high. It's going to take very positive payroll figures to push through here. And I think what may happen is we may pull back here to retest this level 11,400 tomorrow. And if we can hold and put some kind of reversal bar down here, then maybe next week we can wind our way up. But in the meantime, I wouldn't want to go short into the non-farm payroll, because until that data's out, it's very tough to call. So swing trades I will put off until let's see what happens at the weekend. But on the face of it, we are looking at, unless we have a rally into the close, we are looking at a pretty significant short, but with major support underneath it. Oil. We've got this major resistance at 90.04, which we've touched today. It's similar to the Dow futures. We've got this crossover here. Very hesitant buy yesterday. We're just trying to close slightly higher into the market here. Again, tough to call. I think we need a test of 91 if we are going to short here. We at least need a retest of 91. So maybe we'll get that tomorrow. And, we're going into winter. We've got a strong dollar to fight against. So demand is expected to increase through winter. But we need the equity markets to be positive for this to carry through. So again, hard to call. Let's see how we go on that one. And gold. So despite the strong dollar, we've had a move up in the gold. So this gold is holding this 8, looking as if it's wanting to come around and penetrate 1840. So this is positive. The way we're holding the 8 is very positive. If you want to go long this, I would suggest you take a break of 1835. 2 bar stop's going to get you pretty close, about 1812. I would go under 1810. This is holding up and looking as if this wants to carry on, as is silver. Silver's holding this support very well. If you long this, just hang with it, because this is building up, looking as if we may want to pop up. Forex. Aussie is very strong. This is the 5th day in succession with a higher close. 8's coming through. We've got major resistance there at 1078. If you did take a long position in this, then watch out for that resistance. We could break through. It's a big ask to get through that. And let's have a look at the fibs. Right, okay, so the fib zone's down here, we've held it and we're moving up. If you've got profits, then look after your stop, otherwise stay put. This Euro Swissy's had 2 days of selling, broke up through the trend line, hesitant bar up here, doji type bar, and 2 days of selling. I would suggest you might want to go short on a pullback to the 8 here. Give me a decent stop. I would put a stop up there, but that is a lot of selling, and that euro is in trouble. So 114 is a possibility, just in front of 114. And see if we get back down to these lows on the Euro Swissy. The euro, so 3 days of selling. We have come down to a decent level of support, 142.58. We have got a lot of support down here. This looks like a distribution pattern now, with little topping tails, with little failures. I would, this little bottoming tail here, not enough to me to suggest it's going to be bought. I think this is still, you know, the equity markets and so on, the strong dollar is suggesting this has got further to go. I would try and get a pullback just in front of 143. And see if we can at least get down to 141. The risk reward ratio is terrible, so I'd only do this intraday. I would not do this swing trading. Now, if we get some of these decent reversal bars down here, and the reversal bars are honoured, then go with it. But in the meantime, it does look pretty short. What's interesting here with this US dollar CAD is we've got a strong dollar index, but this US dollar CAD can't seem to get moving, got a lot of resistance. I would watch into tomorrow to see if we get a short signal on this, but really struggling up here. Let's see what happens to the US dollar CAD tomorrow. I'm keeping a close eye on this US dollar Swissy. The non-farm payroll is strong tomorrow, and this dollar does start to move to the upside. I'd look to see if we can break back up through this trend line, because if we can, that could get to 87. So keeping an eye on this US dollar Swissy. Right, let's have a look at the pound US dollar. So we've tested the 200 EMA down here. So it's a hammer-like bar, but because we're between the 50 and the 200, I would just leave it. So let's go on and look at inside some of these charts and see what happened today. This pound Swissy is very weak. You got to pull back up to 129.25. I think we may get down to these, back down to these lows. Keep an eye on that one. This is the 60-minute Dow futures. We had a spike back up to 11,700. Closed here, and for 3 hours we held this 8 and 20 EMA, and then we closed below, breaking this sort of localized CBO. So you could, and that was a great entry to get short in there at 11,586. Otherwise, another way around it is, I've got no problem if you've got time and you're at your screens, just literally sitting there with a 5-minute chart, because if a 5-minute chart, you've got a reversal bar up there with RSI and a gap to the 8. If you just went short at 11,665 and put a stop to break even, once you've got closes down here, you're not risking much. You don't have to risk that much capital to get a decent move and to get in on this sell-off. How the other way of doing it is to literally find a level, a breakdown level like this level here, and just go short. You can wait until you get closed below this level here, pop your stop up a couple of bars back, and you're in for this move here. Okay, so that's if you're at your screens for a considerable amount of time, of course, or for just the peak periods of the day. If we just look at what happened to the euro and the breakdown of the euro, I missed this because I was trading oil, but just look out for these key levels. I mean, the euro, should have just put an order in the book for this, because look at this, euro could not get through the 8. So when we break down at 43.50 area, you just stay short, just get in the short and just stay there, because it's just drifted lower and lower all euro session and US session. Again, get some profits in there. I mean, get a stop to break even plus 20, say, or just stop to break even and sit in it and see where you get to at the end of the day. Alright, hope that helps, and see you next update.